Welcome to the Curious Machine. Today, we're diving into something, well, it feels a bit funny to talk about, but it's got some real science behind it. We're looking at peeing in pools versus peeing in the ocean.
Right. It's one of those things people whisper about, isn't it? And that smell in pools.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's just chlorine. But what if that smell is actually telling you something else, something less pleasant?
Exactly. And the weird thing is, doing the same thing, in the ocean might be totally different. Maybe even.
Okay, that's the paradox. A seemingly identical action, vastly different results depending on where you are.
So that's our mission today. We want to explore the science behind this, uncover some surprising facts, and really show why the environment, the context matters so much. Let's start with the pool. That smell. What is it really?
Okay, so yeah, the biggest myth is that it's just the smell of chlorine doing its job. But actually what you're smelling isn't pure chlorine. It's chlorine that has reacted with other things people bring into the pool.
Ah, okay. So chlorine is there for a reason, just not that smell necessarily. What's its main job then?
Its main job is absolutely vital.
Mm.
It's disinfection, keeping the water safe. Chlorine, or more specifically hypochlorous acid, is put in pools to kill off harmful microorganisms.
Like what kind of things?
Nasty stuff, really. Bacteria like E. coli, salmonella, even protozoans like cryptosporidium and giardia, things that can make you seriously sick. Chlorine basically attacks their cell walls, breaks them down so they can't harm you.
Okay, powerful stuff. But you said it reacts with other things too, and that's the smell. What other things?
Well, this is where it gets interesting and maybe a bit gross. Chlorine is very reactive. It doesn't just go after microbes. It reacts with sweat, dirt, lotions, and the big one, urine.
Urine. Okay. How much are we talking about here? Is it really that common?
It's surprisingly common. Studies suggest maybe 1 in 2 people admit to doing it. Even, famous swimmers like Michael Phelps have said it's just something swimmers do. It happens. And if you look at the numbers, the average person might contribute, say, 55 milliliters. In a busy public pool, maybe 600 people. That adds up. Could be over 30 liters of urine mixed in there.
30 liters. Okay, that's a lot. So when chlorine reacts with urine, what happens? Is it bad?
Yes, it is. These reactions create chemical byproducts that we really don't want. 2 main ones are cyanogen chloride and trichloramine.
Cyanogen chloride. That sounds familiar and not in a good way.
Yeah, it was actually used as a chemical weapon back in World War I. Now, obviously, the levels in a pool aren't weaponized, nowhere near. But even low levels can cause irritation like dizziness, runny nose, sore throat, coughing, things you might just think are from swimming.
And the other one, trichloramine.
That's the one primarily responsible for the classic pool smell. So when you walk into an indoor pool area and get hit with that strong chemical odor, you're smelling trichloramine, mostly, not pure chlorine.
So that smell isn't a sign of cleanliness. It's actually a sign of, well, contamination being dealt with.
Pretty much, yeah. It means the chlorine is reacting with things like urine and sweat. And trichloramine itself isn't harmless. It can cause eye irritation, respiratory issues. It's linked to asthma, especially in competitive swimmers or lifeguards who spend a lot of time breathing it in, particularly in poorly ventilated indoor pools.
This is really changing how I think about that smell.
And there are other byproducts too, like chloroform, haloacetic acids, a whole group called chloramines. Plus, there's another problem. All these reactions use up the chlorine.
Right, so it's busy reacting with pee and sweat.
Which means there's less free chlorine available to do its main job, which is killing the dangerous germs like E. coli. It reduces the pool's overall sanitation power.
Okay, that makes sense. What about that old story, though, the dye that supposedly turns purple or something if you pee?
Ah, the pee-detecting dye. Total myth. Never existed. It's a great deterrent for kids, maybe, but it's pure urban legend. No pool has ever used it.
Good to know. And you mentioned sweat earlier. Do people really sweat noticeably in a pool? You're surrounded by water.
They do. You might not feel it because the water carries the heat away so efficiently and it mixes in right away. But yes, you perspire, and that sweat contains urea and ammonia, just like urine, contributing to those unwanted chemical reactions.
So maintaining a pool sounds like a constant chemical balancing act.
Absolutely. Pools aren't natural ecosystems. They don't clean themselves. It requires constant monitoring and adjustment, whether it's your backyard pool, a huge public one, a fancy competition pool, or even a hot tub, which has its own challenges due to the heat. That's why things like proper filtration, regular testing, and yes, even new tech like IoT sensors monitoring water quality in real time are so important, plus all the safety rules, of course.
Okay, that paints a very clear picture for pools. Let's switch to the ocean now. based on what you've said, peeing in the ocean sounds like it should be way worse, right? It's full of life.
It seems logical, doesn't it?
Heh.
But actually, it's quite the opposite. And this really highlights that idea of context. The chemistry is fundamentally different. Ocean water contains chloride. Yes, that's why it's salty. But these are stable chloride ions. They aren't the same as the highly reactive chlorine compounds like hypochlorous acid added to pools. Pool chlorine is designed to oxidize, to break things down. Seawater salt doesn't really react with urine components like urea to create those harmful chloramines or cyanogen chloride.
Okay, different chemistry. But what about just the sheer size?
That's probably the biggest factor. Scale. It's almost hard to comprehend. An Olympic pool holds, what, maybe 2.5 million liters? The ocean holds something like 1 billion trillion liters. It's astronomical.
Whoa.
So think about adding, 50 milliliters of urine to 2.5 million liters. You could maybe measure that change. Now add that same amount to 1 billion trillion liters. It's like adding a single drop of dye to that entire Olympic pool. Maybe less. It dilutes instantly to practically nothing.
Just completely insignificant.
Exactly. Even if, hypothetically, every single person on Earth peed in the ocean at once, the concentration of urea would still be incredibly tiny, like 60 parts per trillion, way too low to matter.
And what's urine actually made of? Is there anything in it that could be bad for the ocean, even in tiny amounts?
Urine is mostly water, about 95%. The rest includes things like sodium and chloride ions. But guess what? Seawater already has loads of sodium and chloride, way more than what's in your urine. So adding a tiny bit more makes no difference to the ocean's chemistry.
Okay, so it doesn't seem harmful. But you hinted earlier, could there actually be a benefit? That sounds wild.
It does sound counterintuitive, but yeah, in a way, it connects to the natural nutrient cycles in the ocean. Urine contains urea. Urea is rich in nitrogen. When urea mixes with water, it breaks down and eventually forms ammonia.
Ammonia, isn't that usually bad?
In high concentrations, yes. But in the vast ocean, at these tiny diluted levels, ammonia acts as a nutrient. It's like fertilizer for marine plants. Phytoplankton, algae, the base of the ocean food web, they need nitrogen to grow. Your urine provides a tiny bit of that nitrogen in a usable form.
Huh. So it feeds the plants.
In a very, very small way, yes. And think about marine life. A whale, for instance, can pee out almost 1,000 liters at a time.
1,000 liters, wow.
Yeah, and the ocean handles that just fine. It's part of the natural system. Whale pee contributes significant nutrients back into the ecosystem. It shows the ocean is built to process these kinds of organic inputs.
So it really boils down to the environment, the exact same action.
Gives completely opposite results. In a small, closed, chemically treated pool, it creates harmful byproducts and strains the sanitation system. In the vast, open, natural ocean, it's diluted instantly and can even contribute in a minuscule way to the nutrient cycle. Context is absolutely everything.
It's such a clear example of that. And we should probably say, again, this isn't about scaring people away from pools, right?
Oh, definitely not. Properly maintained swimming pools are safe. They're fantastic for exercise, fun, even therapy and training. Think astronauts training underwater. The point is just about understanding the chemistry and being mindful of hygiene. Shower before swimming, don't pee in the pool. If the pool is well managed, enjoy it. There's no need for anxiety for the average swimmer.
Right. It's about responsible use and understanding what's going on under the surface, so to speak. This has been fascinating. Taking something so mundane, really, and seeing the complex science and environmental differences, it really shows how context, scale, chemistry, it all dictates the outcome.
It's a great reminder to look closer at the systems around us.
Absolutely. So maybe the thought to leave everyone with is this. What other everyday things or even big scientific puzzles might completely change depending on the context? What hidden factors are we maybe missing because we aren't looking at the whole picture? Keep thinking, keep questioning. Thanks for tuning in to The Curious Machine.
Thank you very much for sharing this enjoyable conversation with us. Until we meet again tomorrow with a brand new topic, take very good care of yourselves. Goodbye.